May the 14th, and this is the continuation of the last video. So this is about this important window between the total lunar eclipse of the 15th, 16th and the end of this month. We see a whole lineup of important recalibrations in these days. Let me just roll back here quickly. If you haven't had a chance yet, that's the total lunar eclipse for Greenwich, and already I emphasized that with the peak eclipse exactly in the horizon axis with Saturn overhead. This shows us a call to a real reality check, a call to face what truly is and get through to what matters, what the structure which is underlying. And there's a big conflict here with that Saturn, naturally, and it's all in the 11th house, so it is about the restructuring of societies, which we will see going on over the next few months. I mean, eclipses are setting the tone for a longer time. So on the heels of this total lunar eclipse, we have a heliocentric Mars-Venus conjunction. And this is the geocentric picture, and here in the next chart, which I have for Kiev, I show you the heliocentric picture. So here in the heliocentric chart, I mean, this is a pretty powerful to start with. Venus, Mars naturally exactly at the same degree, and we have Chiron rising. Who would be surprised? So Venus, Mars is about creation, starting something new. Very biological, real. It's the two neighboring planets of planet Earth. When they come together, then the sparks fly. This is the moment of sexual union, of really creating physical matter and making something new, something beautiful. Venus, Mars are the two artists' planet. Every artist you will find has a very strong Venus-Mars connection. And Juno is here too. So this is really a recreation of teamwork, of coming together as one, finding the like-minded souls and people, very important these days. This is kind of in the shadow of the extreme separation between families and friendships. Whoever buys into which camp of those extreme opposing sides. In the shadow of this, because we are not able to go out with our friends and family we used to, we have to find new connections, and that's why we are here to make new bonds, and these new bonds are extremely important. They will be the real grit work, the support net, which is enabling that huge breakthrough which is on the horizon over the next few months. And naturally the Ukraine is at the center of this planet's history right now. That's why we have to collectively bring our energy there and bring healing there, and that's what Chiron is in its ultimate form. Bringing the healing, first exposing, pulling all the band-aids off and exposing everything to sunlight, pushing the pus out, and letting nature take over and heal. That's what it truly means. And here you see the Venus-Mars conjunction in Aquarius is squared by Uranus. I mean, it couldn't be more clear that this is really a new beginning we are seeing here with Mercury here and Hygeia. Hygeia and Uranus have 3 conjunctions geocentrically this year, and the heliocentric conjunction is coming up very soon. Here you see in heliocentric, planets always move forward, so this is probably about 2 weeks away. I haven't really charted that one yet, but you see we are getting into this core period of redefining, healing, and recreating our societies, going in a new direction. And then with Jupiter and Neptune conjunct, that's another really beautiful combination of energies, and heliocentrically they will meet also in a few weeks down the road, which is a super important moment of dreaming the future into reality. Jupiter Neptune in its most positive expression is exactly that perception of what's possible, the visions, the greater visions. That's where we should put our energies. Just be aware that we have to get through this phase, and that was clear since quite a while, that this would be a crossing the desert phase. We are still not through that desert. But there are all these great ideas, dreams, and we are creating reality, and everything which is created starts with a thought, starts with a vision, with an idea, and that's the time when these new thoughts and visions are seeded into our planet. The Venus-Mars conjunction, particularly beautiful energy to make things real. And again, if we go back to that same moment, geocentrically for Greenwich, what you see here is the moon at the highest point, towering over Earth's 0 meridian. The moon again is in a collective chart like that, standing for the people, we the people. It is our collective emotions which are at the height of their expression. Sorry for that, I'm talking too much. So yes, geocentrically now, yes, there is Chariklo rising. I mean, it couldn't be more beautiful than that. Chariklo, the midwife, the wife of Chiron. They work as a couple together. Chiron is the male part of it, which is applying the difficult therapies in that sense, the authority who puts you into a corner and makes you face what is necessary to be seen, sits you down and talks you through the whole situation update, I would say. And then Chiron's wife comes, Chariklo, and is giving you some support. It's compassion. It's the midwife who is there present to hold your hand. Very beautiful, very exciting, very promising. This chart is that Venus-Mars conjunction. And that is just 2 days before the new Mayan calendar is starting on the 19th. It will be the 12th Kawak day, which is the crystal storm, the blue crystal storm. Storm is an extremely interactive energy with a Sagittarius moon naturally, and here opposing this Mercury in the early degrees of Gemini. There's a lot of thinking going on, of revisiting what we were seeing, what we are presented with. That Mercury retrograde here in Gemini is truly powerful. It is going backwards since the 10th of May, pretty much in sync with Jupiter entering Pisces, entering Aries, sorry. But it was just an hour or two prior to Jupiter entering Aries that Mercury turned retrograde. So there is this impulse of newness, of going into a uncharted territory and having the courage to do so, with Jupiter here very bold in Aries. So this is a super important day, the 17th of May, and then yes, just a couple days later the sun, the man calendar reboots itself. I will make another video about that, as it's truly exciting what that will initiate. Last but not least, I have here the midpoint chart between that Helio-Venus-Mars conjunction for Kiev and the Ukraine's independence. And I particularly am thrilled to see this here. Jupiter here exactly at midheaven. That's how this Venus-Mars energy will affect the Ukrainian nation. It will definitely be a success in its own right. Jupiter up here is restructuring that whole country, giving it the true rebirth, and it is the recognition of that dark shadow and dealing with it. You see the midpoint sun here, 1333. If we revisit the Ukraine's chart here, see that's exactly where the black moon is, the collective shadow of that nation, which is so dark, which is so difficult to get a hold of and to transform it, transmute it, to deal with it. And that is this powerful conjunction. I mean, it is so telling, this whole stellium here in the first house, and that's where the sun is by midpoint here when Venus and Mars have their heliocentric conjunction. Also, if you compare this chart to this one of the heliocentric Venus-Mars conjunction for Greenwich, the global chart, you see that almost same degree, same axis. So again, it shows that we are globally tuned into supporting that breakthrough, because this will be the first big breakthrough and breakdown for the dark forces, the cabal, or whatever you call them. So yes, super positive news here, aside from the complexity and difficulty of the situation as is. Also, I want to point out once more that 5th, 6th degree of Capricorn, which again shows up here at a prominent place here at the 10th house cusp for Kiev. And you remember, this is the rising degree of the nation's independence. So I leave it at this for now. I just wanted to show you how exciting this is, what's coming. We're truly breaking through into a new cycle, and stay tuned. I do another one on the Mayan calendar, the beginning of that new 260-day cycle. So again, thanks for tuning in and listening, and I hope you got something out of it and feel a bit more encouraged and strengthened in saying no, standing up, doing the right thing, being strong, helping others, holding hands. That's all which is necessary right now. We will win. Light will win. This is the last big battle, so let's be courageous, do the right thing. Thanks for joining, thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.